Alright, have a submission I'm going to steal from Dusk's pool. I haven't been trying to, like, record all of them, because I don't necessarily want to just, you know, spoil all of them before Dusk gets to them, but at the same time, I am hurting for content, and I don't get too many submissions beyond Egg Stapler, so just throwing out there, if you got submissions, send them my way. Anyway, hey, we just got off a 200 shard run where this wasn't good, so we'll see. I don't think it's a great combo, actually, kind of, in hindsight. It is insane, the difference between Root Seeds and Restore in this combo. But we'll see. Maybe we can just get aggressive this time and actually have a champ that we don't have to baby into being halfway mediocre. Yeah, honestly, against Patient, though, we might just want Superfood. We'll see. Could be annoying bosses. Starters, at least we got Mind Collapse. That's all I'll say about that. I think Resto Dedo is a pretty bad card in general. It can be okay sometimes. Okay, this is an easy choice. I'm not going to misclick Stalwart this time. I'm pretty sure this is just Conscription Notice. I'm not gonna deal with Capricious Reflection. This secures the early game. One thing that sucks into this, though, is if we don't find Damage Shield, Patient's going to be an issue. That's about the only way we can deal with it in this combo. This combo is not... like, Awoken in general, just not good for Patient. It's the only time I don't like facing Patient, typically, is when I have Awoken involved. Otherwise, he's like Seraph the Temperament levels easy, usually. Like, this and Temperament did not gain any benefits in the DLC. Like, they got... Like Chased got pretty much, you know, a bit harder, but Diligent in particular got insanely harder. Diligent went from probably the easiest to the hardest. I mean, definitely the hardest. I don't know if he's the easiest pre-DLC. I think he was. It's probably between that and Temperance still, but yeah. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. We should be fine with the Conscription Notice and Plinks to hopefully take this on. And anything that comes out of Conscription here is gonna be fine. Rubber Morsel Master. Ooh, that is definitely fine. Let's go ahead and just have that die. I really have no, you know, need of rubber morsels being eaten. Ooh, a 1-1, yay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Alright, well here we can probably just do this, and that's fine. by 2. Are you ready to die? Hope you are. Oh look, it's the boss that's objectively easier. Not even gonna waste my clicks. This guy's clearly dead. Horned Warrior is quite a unit, huh? Boom. Let me ask you a question. Pretty sure we just take a Space Prism. Yeah, the others are just... we already got 2 Mind Collapse, and Umbra Assault is not a card. It's not a card. Glimmer... probably just a Glimmer. We have a lot of, you know, AoE, or, well, removal, not AoE really. Thing is, if we find a sweeper, that Glimmer is pretty useless, but whatever. Okay, what else was it? Health. Okay, this is really good. As long as we get one of the big 3 here. There's one of the big 3. So it's generally not a good idea to go quick into Patient, but I think this is an exception to the rule. Here's the thing. Is there any world where Thorn Hollow makes sense here? I mean, I have a lot of Rejuvenate procs, and I might pick up a Shadow Eater. I don't think there's any world where it beats that. We saw it with the last run too. It's fun, but it's just once Divinity hits, we didn't have enough. Like, we only had the Double Gorge artifact for it. You need more than that. You need like double spikes or root slit mask, stuff like that. Shell, I guess. It's low health, which it's like, I don't know, I'd love to get multi-strike, but here's the thing, if I do this and I lock in the health, I basically have to hit on Animus of Will. I guess Alloy might work. I would probably need the Double Gorge artifact though. The thing is, we're gonna need multi-strike to beat the mini-bosses, and if we don't get an Ensnare, pretty much given. Or the Ember Drain package. So it's like, but if I don't put the 25 health down, Patient could just kill me if I don't find like an intrinsic damage shield card. I mean, I can keep the shards pretty low. It's not a 200 shard run at least. So I could at least keep it below the trample. Maybe there's a chump blocker, but if plinks end up being my only way to generate morsels, it's iffy. Either way, I think it's just shell right here. I will do the quick. We just really need to find damage shield or chump blocking. But quick with a sweeper and aggressive is just pretty much automatic. I think I'm going to reroll for multi here. Okay, we're doing that. We're just going to have to find a different way to get defense. I wouldn't be opposed to putting a husk into it if need be, or even a Crucible. You know what? This would be one of those weird cases where Crucible Warden would be pretty good. Just allow us to stabilize a bit. I could spell chain that probably. I just don't think I need floor space. What does floor space get me here? I wouldn't mind an Animus or a Woken Hollow infusion. If I do intrinsic though, is it really gonna go? It could go on this. It goes on it if I don't get damage shield. So it's still like an okay intrinsic. It's an okay intrinsic either way. Like, I don't know. This is usually automatic in most combos to spell chain this, in my opinion, but not maybe here. There's not a whole lot of reason for me to have extra space. I'm gonna do it anyway though. I think it's a good use of shards. Maybe I'm still too much in the mindset of the 200 shard runs, but it just seems like a valuable play that right now we don't have a reason to do it, but you never know. We may end up with a reason to do it. So this is absolutely fine. These guys aren't gonna survive shit. Only if the guy gets damage shield would they even have a chance at surviving anything. This will be good. Oh, that's right, I have that. Oh, we should maybe let this guy get some slays. It doesn't matter a whole lot, but let's not have any. Oh shit, I guess that's right, there's no haste. Well, fuck me. Fuck me, right? Okay, you can at least get that slay. Let's just get this. I don't really need planks to hit. I might as well just get the damage scaling here. Should try to get that backliner. Well, we're not gonna get it. That's fine. Probably should have just frontlined with the steward, but it's not gonna matter. I have so much damage here. Boom. This is probably not too good, especially knowing we're not getting perils now. I could maybe see the pack morsels being kind of worth it, like give me somewhat of a reason to have the space. It would be like, it could be an intrinsic as good as I don't know. It's not a very... It's kind of a desperate play, but now that we know we're not getting Prism Dust, we're kind of down to Crucible Warden or an intrinsic like Grovel, and that's not even that good. Like, this could just be my option of intrinsic to handle Patient. I think it's worth taking for that. Okay, the Awoken drafts are not so good. Like I said, Glimmer often in this setup, like, it's useless to me right now. It is literally useless to me. It's probably one of my highest priority removals. I think a Steel Enhancer is like okay. I don't know if it's worth adding to the deck. Yeah, I don't actually think it's worth adding to the deck. Could have had the Thorn Hollow Shadow Eater. I don't think we're gonna do this. Alloyed Constructs. I already have 2 strikes. That should be enough. It won't kill the mini-boss on its own, especially because we didn't hit on literally anything else for offensive scaling, but if I can keep my health high enough, which seems likely, I can just leak the bosses probably. Try to get to full health. Maybe even hit... Like, I'll look for, like, pyre health related artifacts and stuff. I just don't think fuel here makes sense. Like, that's just a liability. It's not worth the extra strike right now. I think we just want to try for the... I mean, there'll be bad artifacts usually, but if I can... Yeah, well, Chain of Gems would be great. I want to try for Crucible Warden, I think. -2. Yeah, there's nothing there. Intrinsic, though, that's probably going to happen. I think I might put it on the Pack Morsels. I don't know that this in a non-200 shard run with my current setup is worth adding. I think pretty much all we want is the Crucible Warden or an Animus Will. These are horrible. I guess I could take the +3 damage. It's like... Man, artifacts are such low value in this combo. Even the neutral... It seems like it even just... The neutral ones, but Teeth of Gold. My god. I don't know. I don't even know if this is worth more than 25 gold. I guess it makes my restores hit a little bit better. Is that really that mattering, though? I'm just gonna take 25 gold. Those are so bad that it's just not worth it. Could try to stack regen, I guess, which goes a little bit against what I just did, but I don't know. Yeah, we could get Prism Dust, and then I have Intrinsic. Actually, yeah, Umbra's worth it. Try to get Prism Dust. Boom, baby. Fucking genius. That cavern ended up being god tier, actually. Okay, we actually are really happy with that. I'm gonna maybe put both of these in. I mean, why not -2 it, right? I just get 2 damage shield extra. I'm not too worried about it. I'm quick, so I don't even care about the stun. This makes me pretty flexible. I think this is fine to just put on this floor. This is going to help a lot with Relentless for whatever that's worth, which is probably not worth that much, but whatever. I don't really think it's worth it for me to kill these. I just want the extra damage. It's one of those decks where there aren't really any cards in it. Like, there just aren't cards. What can I say? I might as well actually just chunk block with that. Save myself a damage shield. Like I said, there are no cards in this deck. I literally just don't play anything. And it does definitely say something for aggressive edible, huh? That would be a wretch. We may have to set up mid on Divinity, but I'm fine with it. If I don't get a Chain of Gems, it's pretty much a given. Damn, did we... It's like the only damn time I would have wanted a Crucible Ward and it doesn't give it to me. I might just not infuse anything. And I still would have liked it, because then I could have gone top. I could have gone Prismal Dust onto Champ, you know? If I get a Woken Hollow infusion, would that be good? I think it would. Maybe I do go left, huh? Get Vortex. I probably want to hit Vortexes over Hellvent. Like, what would I Hellvent? This deck is horrible. I can Hellvent the Prismal Dust, I guess. Wretch. Wretch would be a good Hellvent, I guess. Okay, maybe I just Hellvent Wretch, huh? I feel like an Awoken Hollow infusion is kind of win more. And removals might be better than a Hellvent, though. I think I actually am going to go left. Pyre Remains is good, though. Like I said, I'm probably going to leak if I don't get Ensnare. These Merchant Magics are useless. Because, again, all my cards are horrible. Only Awoken Hollow is good here. I guess an Animus of Will is as well, but I'd have to wait till they're to infuse anyway. That just hurts my scaling for the next 2 rings, which are tough rings. So, nope, not going to take anything. Long story short, just not going to take anything. We're drawing through our deck of nothing right now. I guess we're drawing for Wretch. Does this give us anything? Not really. I think I'll take this because I hate that fight so much, though honestly it's not that big of a deal. I can just put all my energy into that. Alright, Wretch, here you go. It's the weirdest deck. We're not gonna... By the way, much like how bad the artifacts are, the uncommon rarity of drafts for both these clans is horrible too. We're not gonna find anything in the next 2 rings other than Ensnare. Like, literally Ensnare is about all we could find. That is unfortunate, but at least it's just an artifact. You all know how bad the artifacts are. Yeah, there's no way I can take spikes. No way in goddamn hell. Even with this initial damage shield, there's just no fucking way. I give up a Slay, but I think it's worth it to put the stuff there. I might have been better off with an Ember upgrade, just get an extra damage shield. I think it does make sense right now to do that. This deck is so bad. I don't want to take any more damage than possible, and I don't really need to play that. I'm going to play it just so I don't redraw it, I guess. Okay. You get your ass in there and kill that. Wow. Are you shitting me? Never fucking lucky. Never fucking lucky, dude. Okay, let's try to keep you alive. I mean, I might as well, right? Just for the fuck of it. And it doesn't really help me to do that, but just imagine that it does. We have not... See, this is... We have not actually eaten a morsel in this game. You're still gaining health somehow. Alright, this better be enough. I would take the health. What the fuck is going on here? Okay. Let's go here. Okay, not even close. What a fucking boss, though, huh? Like, maybe I could make a drum trove work. It's probably worth trying to make that work. Steel, though. Well, we're just gonna give up every vortex on the map, apparently. This sucks. The vortex is... I don't know. Okay, we at least got an ensnare. It is funny, I did say the uncommon tier of these bands are bad. I still maintain it, but if you were to say what are the 3 good Awoken ones out of the 12, these would be my 3. And definitely particularly Ensnare and particularly Preserve Thorns. But yeah, Ensnare just made this run a lot more possible. Now I have a good Permafrost and Holdover target. I may take that, I don't know. Okay, we got a Holdover there. Let's check this. Interesting. I wouldn't mind making it big, but I would need now an intrinsic on that prism to make that make sense, so I think we'll just make it small. You never know. Maybe I have a conscription notice. I can chump block with that if I need to. It's still kind of weird how it all works out. Maybe I don't take that. I mean, I can get up to 70, 80 shards there. There's probably some okay upgrades I could get. Just make sure, yeah, this has to be the best holdover target. Gotta get that at least a 3, probably to a 2 would be good. I don't think plus 10 is just good on anything here. I could also permafrost it, but that doesn't really make sense. Yeah, I don't really know. I could permafrost a wretch, because I have a shitload of money and not much to do with it, I guess. Whatever. You know what? I'm gonna take this so I can just remove extra cards. Like, I have so many damn shitty cards in this deck. This probably the worst card. This deck could use a guild marker. I should get in the habit of putting this down first, so I can see what comes out. Okay, that's not really worth adding, honestly. I'm gonna try to wait on that. I don't need it right now. I want to play it for 3 if I can. Let's root this. Don't know how I'm gonna kill it. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I guess I could just keep rooting it until I find a good time, right? Well, I can kill it now. It's fine. I kind of fucked this turn up, but it's fine. Give that whole floor a bunch of shit. That's how we do it. Kind of makes the wretch a little bit weird, but I'm fine with it. Right now we need damage versus damage shield. Let's get those out. Probably want to save these for later though. Alright, we can keep you there. Trying to get the hand looking good. That should actually just kill him, but whatever. Alright, I am down with that. Get some frostbite on him is fine. Got ya. Technically I have Mind Collapses for it, but I mean, I also technically don't really have to use Ember in this deck. Other than maybe that, but if I have this, I would need the Gem Trove. That costs 0. Technically costs 0. I probably am always playing that late game for turn 1 though. These cost 0. I think a Void Binding works. I'd probably be looking to hold that over if I can. Even the Scourges cost 0. Probably just skip these. They're alright. Pyrogrow is alright sometimes. I don't know. I think it's an overrated card though. Like, killing your draw is significant. Oh look, another Vortex that makes no sense for me to hit. Oh, fuck it. Just not remove any cards other than with money in this run, apparently. Spell Chain there would not be the worst idea in the world. Does make it draw positive, but I don't know. This is probably alright. This is not horrible. It's gonna make Wretch weird some of the time, but I don't have to feed. Like, it's just an option for me to have these. I think it's worth it. Easy. Easy choice. Okay. I don't think I want to Hellvent this before I zero cost it. We're already going to exactly 100 with that. Why don't I Hellvent something that doesn't cost stuff, like the Ensnare? Sure. Okay. See, I already get to avoid Ember Train. It's already paying off. Oh look, a piece of shit. I don't think we want that coming back. I think this coming back is alright. Do I want that coming back? I don't think so. They both die. Four Scourges in a hand. I will say, Sinner Self, you're doing alright. You're doing alright. Hopefully we can get a Wretch. I mean, it's pretty hard to draw through the deck. Take that. You can kind of see the relative lacklusterness, though, of Aggressive Edible 2. Without a Wretch, we'd have a rough time. It's probably time to go to Ember Drainville here, so I'd... See, I've already eaten too many. Alright, I'll tell you what. We're gonna have enough damage. Let's throw these away. can still do that though. We'll just hope we get the other wretch in time. Okay, oh right, we just have this. Perfect. Again, we don't really care about Ember Drain. Let me just see what's currently coming back from this. I don't need these fucks. Alright, if it's just those two, that's fine. More damage shield, the better. Alright, with one more space, I guess we're fine to put that in. Should have checked this first. Okay, that's fine. Let's just throw them away. Don't really know why I have the ensnares. I mean, there's no downside to playing them. There's not really any upside either, I guess. I've actually done quite a bit of damage here, huh? Wait. I actually outlived the Ember Train. That's amazing. Yeah, I don't think we need these. What a song. Thanks, Plink. You made me realize. You made me remember why I'm removing you so often. Yeah, whatever. Have it. Have it, buddy. Hey, we could go double quick. Technically, these are often good cards, but in this deck I don't think they make a lot of sense. Like, I don't ever have an amount of health. I can just heal with these anyway. Damage shield is my key to defense, so... and I don't need extra AoE. My slays are actually a bit important. I think just draw. I mean, I was saying maybe Ember turn 1, but now that I have a Void Binding and a Gem Trove, pretty sure just draws where it's at. It's so weird, like from the very first steal, we already had our stuff, but there's so many steals that were like so desirable on this run. I basically have to give up all the vortexes and then a hell vent. I don't need that hell vent necessarily. I would like a chance at Chain of Gems, I think, plus the vortex. Let's just do that. Health is good too. Alright, these are pretty good actually. The improved firebox is my intrinsic prism dust. Split Anvil, probably not that good, honestly. These aren't really what we're looking for. I could do Mask. I mean, that's definitely a free draw upgrade. But if I commit to that, I don't commit to Chain of Gems. I honestly really want to avoid a mid-floor setup if I can. That means I have to double the amount of damage shield I'm applying. Yeah, I get a good turn 1 of damage shield, but past that, because I'm skipping zero costing the void binding here, and like I don't know what I'm doing here. Like the void binding isn't gonna get hit that much. I guess is what I'm getting at. And one extra draw doesn't help it that much. But a Chain of Gems would go a long way. It would allow me to keep playing Wretch Top as well. Chump blocking, just a lot of stuff. That is a draw upgrade. Pretty good one. Cheater's Hand, though. That could help me get out of some awkward moments. I don't think I'll do it, though. I think a Thorn Fruit's probably better. I'm probably looking at a mid-floor setup if I don't get Chain of Gems, so I don't think Cheater's Hand helps enough in that regard. Plink, you're still the stink. Everything in this deck is the stink still. Little late, superfood. Little late. Not really who I wanted to see here, and definitely not super great, but I need this if I'm going to get Chain of Gems. She could end up dead. Fuck, I can't even really play that. Play that. Okay, this is good. We're gonna definitely want to play that. I could keep this guy down there, actually, kind of just indefinitely. I think that's fine. We can do that with almost everybody. I could even remove them, basically. Give ourselves time to find some stuff. I actually think I'm gonna do this. I wanna... It'd been nice to get that out too, but you gotta pick and choose your battles, basically. Number 2, I'm not killing that yet, so let's keep him there. Let that come up, I guess. Plan on doing this, I think. Yeah, that should mean I can kill that pretty soon. Okay, I like that. See how good of a card Ensnare is? Alright, I'm good now. I'm doing enough to kill them in one hit. But I don't want to... I just don't want that thing to ever come up, because why break damage shield when I don't really have to? I don't even know if I need that. How many... 7? Fuck, I need to, like, yeah. I'm just gonna clear this out so I can actually have a better chance. Like, I might not still draw primordium here. Okay, we got it. Definitely don't need these other cards. Let's get them out of there. Fine with the damage shield, though. We can get that out of there. I don't need that. That's fine. That's not... I don't think... Yeah, let's just keep these rooted, so we don't have to deal with the unnecessary, you know, spikes. Alright, it's living armor. We don't need to delay the inevitable here. Do we take Feast and be disappointed in it, as usual? Theoretically, it should be good in this deck. I bet you it won't be. Well, every now and then I need to remind myself why this card sucks. So now I have a decision to make. I just don't think I can make a top floor setup work. I think left is better. If I can just thin the deck out, I'm finding Wretch more often, I find Void Binding more often, I can zero cost Void Binding, I can maybe hold it over. I think it makes sense. Anything good here? Nope. Absolutely not. Hell no. Ooh, 1 health, yay. Okay, Mind Jacks were... ooh. Technology. I mean, I might take that. Definitely do a Mind Jacks. It's not 100% needed, but for setting up mid on Divinity, we might as well do it. That's a holdover. That's a really good card. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. There's not really any doubt in my mind at this point. Do we care about anything else? Like Permafrost? No. Double stack? No. Consumer move? No. One more Ember reduction? No. So why even reroll? Is this worth it, or do I just remove? I think I just remove. I don't really see how this is, especially like I'm setting up mid. It's not like it helps Primordium live. Primordium's, I don't really care that much about the morsels. They're either there or they're not. Just do that or something, I don't know. Maybe I get myself out of Ember Drain sometimes and it's alright. Alright, this should be a win. We'd have to, you know, we have double draw, we have triple draw upgrade. And I just don't sit, you know, it's, I'd say on the thin side of decks. Pretty good start here with him going down there. Do I care about the Ember Drain? Not really. Let's just try to bait him out there. The only card I would need Ember for is that card anyway. I'm not playing that now anyway. I guess it's going to the Eaton Pool. I'm not going to give him a rally if I don't have to. Fuck it, I guess we're... do we need these this run? I don't think we need these this run. It's not like the waves are hard here. Game over. Game over, son. I don't think we want that. Take them. Alright, Feast technically did something. Could play that. Nah, let's do 230 damage. I could just burn this out, I don't need it. Oh, fuck. Oh, whatever. You know what? Just so I can burn these out, I think. If I find Void Binding Ring 1, I can probably go top, actually. though. You know what? Why not? Long story short of this run, turns out Wretch good for aggressive, or for primordium, we'll say. Doesn't really matter which variant, but yeah, Wretch is pretty much always good with primordium. I mean, let's just get to it here. There's no way he's beating me. It's living armor, basically. We're fighting living armor still. If Patient got the Diligent treatment in the DLC, it would get like 3 attack on Incant at 100 shards. We'll say 2 attack on Incant at 200 shards, or 100 shards. At 200, it would get 3 attack. It would get 6 attack rally at 100 shards. And 10 at 200. That would honestly be the level of Diligent. And also, we'll say that it would gain maybe multi-strike at 200 shards. I'm not even kidding you. That would put it on Diligent level. That's what it would take. Alright, so no top floor, that's fine, we had expected it. Yeah, you can just go there and die, that's what you do best. Don't know if this is worth playing, I'm gonna say yes, I guess. We do want the ensnares here, though. They're all dying. I don't want to deal with that. It's a little bit of a shame we don't have... Oh. I'll be honest, I don't know how that's still dying. Oh, because that. Okay, good. I want it to die, actually, but I had expected it not to die there. Okay. Got that finally. Bottom decked it, of course, but why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we bottom deck it? So this is in front now. Might as well just do this. I don't know that we need that anymore, but we may as well have it. Liz can die. I think we're good to go. So the way this works is I won't take any spikes damage other than the single spike right there. But then again, why should I even have to take that? Hey, Excavator. You're telling me I drew all three in one turn. Wow, so surprised. That never happens. Never, ever, ever, ever does that ever happen. Mini-boss still proving we need ensnare for it, apparently. It is a bit ridiculous. It's only 100 shards. I'm right at 100 shards. It's the easier mini-boss, too. Still can't fucking kill it. Even with a wretched, double-feasted, fucking full aggressive goddamn edible motherfucker with multi-strike and a void binding that's been on holdover. Puts it in perspective how fucked this fight is. Okay, you need to stay. For show. Root you again just because fuck you. I'll even do this to you because also fuck you. And we'll do that because fuck you. And we'll put these in because if you haven't been following along, fuck you. Let's get them got. Let's fucking destroy these idiots. Man, still can't kill that bitch, huh? Here, have it eat. Better give me my goddamn flying kill. Let's keep your ass down there. Forever. Oh shit. Hopefully they're killing this. Okay, good. This guy apparently just doesn't gain anything from shards. Well, Feast at least didn't suck this run, I'll give it that. We're barely getting a flying kill. What does it take to get a flying kill? Well, you're seeing it right here. What does it take to kill a bitch? This bitch doesn't die. Here, you can stay there. As can you. And we'll kill. Alright, I mean, all in all, not too bad. It is funny how for most of the run, we literally didn't have cards, but I guess that's why Aggressive Edible is strong, and also, you know, the big three are strong of Awoken. And certainly helped that we found Quick and Multi. Artifacts were alright, considering how bad they typically are. And we definitely got some of the better artifacts. Never found Chain of Gems, it's the only bummer, but it ended up being fine. So really, kind of shows how there's not a whole lot of great cards in this combo, but if you can find them, the deck just becomes about cycling those. So like, that's why we typically like to just take draw upgrades, and you know, skip is useful. Vortex is typically useful. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense for us to hit them on this run because we already had our unit upgrades. So it was like, we're only looking at a Vortex if we go those routes, which is still fine. Like, I could have justified it probably. But yeah, Ensnare, good. Wretch, great. Feast was okay. I could argue it's probably still win more, but it was alright. Prismal Dust, good. Void Binding, very good. Gem Trove proved to be useless as usual. Ember Cache, just useless as usual. Trap Shoot, we didn't need it. Space Prism was okay. Yeah, just everything else was largely dead weights. Still a fun run nonetheless. We beat it pretty smoothly, I would say, all things considered. Let's see what Ghost Hat try to go with here. Well, I could already argue he kind of fucked up by going, let's see, I don't know what, if he started Stalwart, that's a fuck up in its own, but also just flexing into Stalwart, I think is, in my eyes, a pretty bad fuck up here. I mean, no matter how you look at it, this just doesn't make sense. Think about, so you went Aggressive 1, Stalwart 2. What's 8 times 10? 80? Look at mine. 40 times 3, 120. So not only when you eat the whole thing, I'm getting way more damage, it also takes me 3 turns to eat mine, it takes you 8 turns to eat yours. On top of that, there was Retch. I mean, you had a holdover Retch. This obviously just doesn't Retch nearly as much. So I'd say don't do that. That's a big mistake, number one. Don't ever... There's just never... Outside of like Reformdium, I can't think of too many reasons to ever do this. Also, like if you were worried about feeding, I would also Shadow Siege. I don't remember seeing a Shadow Siege, but now that I think about it, I remember him saying that actually in the Discord that he had done this. But I wouldn't do this either. I mean, yeah, you're getting initial stats, but just self-infuse the alloy. If you self-infuse the alloy, you'd never have to make this play that you did. I'd argue with this, you still don't need to make it, but... Pip. I would say the upgrades are kind of weird, too. I guess your thought is, like, if you draw both of these, you need the Emperor upgrade. Which makes sense. I could also argue, though, that that's kind of a weakness of this, of trying to go in on this line. So, like, you know, there was early enough Hellvent that you could self-infuse this alloy no problem. You know, you're getting 2 less pip on the floor. It's 2 less morsels to eat it, and also just you know, between that's 6 pip already to put primordium and alloy on the floor. Which means, yeah, you have to make this play, which is a lot of shards to, and you're dedicating your Hellvent there. All at the cost of what? 60-50 stats? I mean, you could have got more than that out of this, just being aggressive. And you'd have an entire extra strike, and you'd have way more fuel. And you wouldn't have had to Hellvent that. You'd have less shards taken at that point. And just less cards in the deck. You also wouldn't have had to take this. You could just simply just have the self-infused alloy. Also, the only way I think you could have got Shadow Siege is if you went Merchant of Magic Ring 1, which I just also wouldn't have done. Like, you went to a Merchant... am I correct in that? I'm pretty sure that I'm correct in that, right? Trying to think. So we hit Umbra on Ring 3 to get whatever was with it, and it was just a miss. And then Ring 4, I'm pretty sure, had an Awoken banner with wherever we went, and it was a miss. Or at least, maybe we didn't hit it. We didn't hit it, but it was an Awoken banner. And so Ring 2, Awoken is... Yeah, so you have... You know, either way, no matter what you started with, I don't know what you started with, Stalwart or Aggressive, I'm assuming Aggressive, but you have a 3 health champ. I mean, I guess you have this, but you could also just roll into Lady of the House. It's an I would put it this way, if you're going... If this was like 100... You know, the chance is high enough that you get Lady of the House here that I think going to the... I think mainly just no matter what, the Merchant of Magic doesn't make any sense to me there. I mean, you didn't have good spells in hand anyway. And I'm trying to think if we had a unit draft Ring 1. Is that where I found Shattered Shell? I can't remember if it was, but either way, we went to Merchant of Steel because it made 100% sense to do so. I guess my main point is here, instead of having double multi-strike, you could have just had that extra multi-strike by self-infusing the alloy. You would have actually had the same, if not more, amount of stats by going aggressive. Primordium would have extra pip on the floor, and you would have had quick, because you would have found quick at the first thing. You also just wouldn't have an alloy, you could just have a better unit, which is Shattered Shell, so... But, you know, let's assume that... Either way, I would have liked to see a quick... I guess you didn't need it, though, because... You found that, right? So I don't know. There's... You know, you're above the 100 shard limit. This is a bad generally 140 is a rough one to be at because you don't have the chance at getting your 150 bonus. And at 140, you know, there's a lot of extra stuff you got to deal with. But like none of these really seem like the line I went. You don't need any of this, right? You don't need to put a 30 on a Resto Ditto. You don't need a Glimmer in the first place. You can just remove this, but you definitely don't need to do the piercing. You don't need 2 of these. So it's just, you know, you set yourself up to have a much harder run by doing all this. But, you know, it sounds like I'm shitting on it and stuff. There's still, like, powerful stuff here, right? Like, I still don't know about Holdover Feast, but... yeah, I don't like these holdovers with your deck. Let's put it that way. You're already having stats from the get-go. You're not gaining a whole lot by doing this. Like, you died to the waves here. There's other stuff. Well, first off, I don't see an ensnare. That's a big problem too. Like, I don't know. That ensnare, it's not like it was opposite a Wildwood Tome or anything. It was opposite, like, Preserved Thorns and stuff. Like, you should have took the ensnare, hands down. There's never any reason to skip an ensnare in a draft like that. The downside of including an ensnare in your deck is so minimal. It's like adding a sting, except instead of a card that probably won't do much for you, like a sting, ensnare can save a run. I guess saved my run, probably. I don't know. Some of those rings would have been bad, and then you could add a much better holdover target. Like, you're still going to end up scaling just fine, right? You just take way longer to get there because of the route that you've taken, but you'll get there. Ensnare just allows you to get there. So, I would say the biggest mistakes I see, the Primordium route that you went, or like aggressive and stalwart, I think that's a mistake. I think not taking ensnare is a mistake. Those two are like big mistakes. I would argue that going to a Merchant of Magic with not really that good of spells and a squishy champ and Umbra Banner versus an Awoken Banner is a pretty big mistake too. Those would be the 3 biggest things I would say to kind of tighten up. But, you know, he still made it to Last Divinity. It's not like you're that far off. It's just 3 key mistakes, I guess. And if I sound passionate, it's because I have made, you know, these are mistakes I've had to learn myself too, right? Just big things that have occurred to me is like Ensnare. Very, very good card. Never skip it. There are rare cases where skipping it makes sense. There are definitely cases where choosing another card over it makes sense, but to just skip this draft, I would just stop doing that. Just keep taking the card. You'll start to see how useful it is. And then, yeah, don't do that Primordium flex. Just mathematically doesn't make sense. And, yeah, avoid Umbra Banners. Avoid Umbra Banners, and also just when you have a squishy champ, this is like a matter of opinion. I still stick to this. I think when you have a squishy champ, don't go to a Merchant of Magic unless you have a huge reason to do it. You know, there's a lot of ways you can lose a run by doing that. Like, let's say that you, like, to give an example, where did you find this Shadow Siege? It had to have been Ring 2, right? So maybe you chose... I don't remember. Maybe we saw Shadow Siege and I just completely glossed over it because I just don't respect the unit. I don't respect the infusion either. I know I differ from a lot of people on that, but to me, like, the stats... I guess they're okay, but 2 pip is a lot to pay. A lot to pay. Especially with something like Primordium. But I don't know. I have droned on long enough about this. It's still, like... At the end of the day, it was a fun seed. It kind of shows the power of aggressive plus a good unit. in that we went probably, what, till ring 5 before we actually had cards in the deck. Like, up until then, we really, like, the deck just, you put down your units and that was it. You just hit end turn, basically. But yeah, fun one nonetheless. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.